We've got 20 people in chat. I hope you're all doing very well. Thank you for joining me this, well, afternoon for me, wherever it is for you. Yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at the... Oh, my glass is always smudged. Oh, my arm, I'm going blind. We're going to have a little look, the brackets for the Last Chance Mortal Kombat Pro Competition Qualifier. Came out, I believe, on Friday. And there are 109 attendees, as you can see to the left of the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't seen a tournament this stacked in a very, 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 very long time. So, for those of you that are unaware, if you're new to the channel or new to the scene, most big fighting games tend to have, these days, have a world tour, which culminates in a finals, the final winner being the world champion of whatever it is. Evo hasn't really been seen as the world champion anymore. Yeah, yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, so every fighting game now has a world finals that leads up into the, has a world tour that leads into a world finals, usually a year or so. Each one is a year or so in terms of scale. And on March the 8th, which is this, March the 7th rather, on this weekend, this very weekend coming, this Saturday, at midday CST, the Last Chance Qualifier. And now what Last Chance Qualifier is, throughout the year, if we go to the Final Kombat website, do they have Final Kombat website? Or did I make that up? Yeah, so if you want to have a quick look on this website, you can see that these are the tournament ways. So these are the ways to qualify for Final Kombat, which is the top 16, the 16 best players in the world. You know, in these finals, and that'll take place on the 8th. Do your best in the pro competition tournament, so you get points for winning tournaments. Dominate your regions. So there was one big tournament per region, which granted automatic qualification. And the third thing is this Last Chance Qualifier, which is basically just a bloodbath between everybody who didn't qualify, and the winner of that tournament will get the last space in the Final Kombat, which is the top 16. So this tournament is basically 109 people who didn't qualify for the main Final Kombat, which takes place on the 8th. This takes place on the 7th. And there are a lot of very, very, very strong players who have entered this tournament. So I just want to quickly go through. Hey, Wintality, how you doing, brother? How you feeling? Yeah, a lot of very, very strong players in this tournament. So I will, not all of them. Some are points, like Foxy. I think Foxy got through on points. Nice one, James. I think Foxy got through on points. Yeah, I'm doing all right, thank you. Boom Shakalaka 1986, my man. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, they're not. It's not just winners. A lot of it is points. Like Tweedy hasn't won a tournament, but he's got enough top 8s where he's made the points to go. So not everybody. I think Samij as well. Samij hasn't won a tournament, but he's got enough. Let's see if this is just the Last Chance Qualifier. Oh, it's just the Last Chance Qualifier. Yeah, so it's points as well. So if you've been consistent in top 8s, like Tweedy got a lot of top 8s at the start of the tour. Yeah, so it's not necessarily wins, but points that you've accumulated. It works the same way as the Capcom Pro Tour. If you guys have any idea about the Street Fighter scene, you know, you can just win one of their major events and go through, or you can go through by just accumulating enough points. No worries, my brother. Thank you for popping in. So yeah, so this is the last chance. So this is it, right? Everybody who's going to qualify through points or by tournament wins is in. We've got 15 players, and let's see if we can find the 15, just so we can go through it quickly to see who's qualified. Yeah, here you go. So these are the top 15 people, right? Sonic Fox, number 1. Oh, cool. It's got their rankings as well. So yeah, see, look, Sonic Fox has come first or second. I mean, they qualified well early on. Dragon, so he's not won any, but 7th, 2nd, 5th, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd. So, you know, he's there. Ninja Killer has won 2, I think. Yeah, 2. Tekken Master, yep, 1 Brazil. So you can see it shows you the points. So depending on the size of the tournament, necessarily winning doesn't even necessarily give you the most points, because you see he got first at the Brazil Game Show, but 3rd at Evo, and that actually gave him more points. So yeah, Dizzy. Wow, Dizzy's 6th. Bloody hell, he's done really well, hasn't he? He's grinded it out. 9th, 5th, 2nd Brazil Game Show. Yeah, that was good. He got smoked though by Foxy. Qualified. Foxy hasn't played really at all, and he's still. The last time I think he properly tried was here, Celtic Throwdown. He got 5th. So, I mean, when was that? August, September, October, November, December, January, March. 6 months. He hasn't really tried for 6 months, and he's 5th. He was 3rd for the longest time. Deoxys qualified quite early on. Hayate won Veniality. Yeah. It's had a bit of a rough time, actually, the last couple of tournaments, but sick player. Rewind. Condolences to him as well, but he's done really, really well. Got first back to back. That was hype. Celtic Throwdown was sick. That was the Vora Liu Kang finals against Sonic. Scar qualified very early on. He hasn't been playing very much at all, but always a threat. Tweedy. Qualified. Tweedy and Samij was a weird one. So these, if you see, Kombat and Samij are actually on the same points, but for some reason, I don't even know how it worked out that Samij qualified. Ah, okay. Alright, thanks, Dan. Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure what happens here, because you can see Jordan is 3rd. But he's 15th, but I thought it was the top 16 went through. Because Kombat, all these 4, if you look, are here. Kevo, Video Games Go. Look, it's the top 4 here. That's probably why they're seeded as they are, because they're the next. In fact, that's exactly why they're seeded like that, because they're the next ones on the list. So, yeah, that leads us into the last chance qualifier. So is it only 12 people fighting then? Not 16? I don't know why I thought it was 16. Or is it? Or maybe somebody gets a bye. I'm sure we'll find out on Sunday, because the brackets haven't gone up yet. So it'll probably be whoever wins the last chance qualifier will have to play Sonic Fox first, because he's their first seed. So anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Brackets. 4 invite. Okay. Alright, thanks, Dan. Yeah, I was thinking, this doesn't make sense. Alright, that makes sense. Okay. So top... Okay, alright, yeah. Because I was thinking, I was like, surely one of these should have gone through already. Because Conqueror wasn't on there either, but he's made it. Alright, that makes sense. Thank you, brother. Alright, so yeah, so let's just take a look at... There's not a lot of pools in the grand scheme of things, but then each of these pools is just shark infested waters. So if we look at, let's just start from the top. Pool A1. So okay, yeah, Liga Latina Intercontinental. So Asadamazi, is it Asadamazi, Conqueror, and who won Canada? Oh no, it wasn't Asadamazi. It was Nivek, wasn't it? Yeah, Shark Boom, yeah. Nivek, Conqueror, and I don't know who the third is. But yeah, let's have a look at the first pool. We've got Kombat, yep, #1 seed, only very, 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 very narrowly missed out on points. He actually won a couple of tournaments very early on in the Mortal Kombat life cycle, but then I think he's quite young, and maybe he had work and stuff, and off school and stuff, and he couldn't take part as much, so he dropped off a lot towards the end of the year, but just missed out, and now he's seeded first in tournament, and he just won Combat Cup. Stabs? Who Stabs? Oops. Google's weird. Milton Keynes stabbing. Nope, I don't want that on my Google search history. It's effed up. Okay. Some of these names ring a bell, but you guys can tell me in chat if I'm glossing over somebody who's an actual killer. No, so this is the last chance qualifier, Liddy. This is the tournament that the winner of this gets an automatic qualification. This tournament takes place the day before Final Kombat, and the winner of this tournament gets an automatic qualification into Final Kombat. So this is the last chance qualifier. I think that was changed as well, you know, Paul, because Shark Teeth, I think Shauna originally was supposed to fight Wise Gemini. So what happens is they release the brackets early. Can I post a link? I can give you this link so you can have a look for yourself. Oh, no, I'll give you this one. These are the brackets. They haven't released the brackets of Final Kombat yet. So what happens usually with these big tournaments is they release the brackets early, and then if there's any sort of, say, contentious matchups, so say, for example, me and Patrick are on the same team, me and Stutter, and we travel out there and we get matched up first, we can get the tournament organisers and say, look, you know, we're training partners, we're on the same team, we play each other all the time, and then they can swap it a little bit. So I think Shauna and Wise Gemini potentially played quite a lot, because I think that was supposed to be their first round match, and now they've changed it to... If that's the same Shauna, it could be somebody else. But... So we've got Noble Combat, and then Abyss or Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb's name rings a bell. They both of their names ring a bell, but I couldn't tell you who they played. Ludi's versus Hanyolo. Nikki, is that the Killer Instinct Nikki? Because he's sick at Killer Instinct. But the JC Gage, Jubei, Static Brat, Han Rashid is... I can't remember who he played, but he's a Wednesday Night Fights player. I think he plays Liu Kang, maybe? But he was quite a strong player at the start. He used to fight... oh God, I've forgotten his name as well. Rob something, the Garrus player. So he's quite strong, Han Rashid. Brother of, Bushin style, I believe. Shark Teeth, obviously very strong contender. We recently saw him play on the weekend in the Invitational. Shauna, if that's Shauna, then I think she plays Sonya, right? Then Brosif and Woolender. Woolender has a good Cetron actually. So this, I mean, look, every single pool we're going to see is going to have a lot of strong people. This could conceivably be, I mean, half of this, as far as I'm aware, could conceivably be top 8 at another tournament, and this is just the pool. So, how do you do? Projected. This is what I like to see, how it buries them. So it has combat. Top 32. So this is who it schedules as top 4. Combat versus Han Rashid, both qualifying. Oh, so 4 people from each group go through. Okay, that's interesting. 2 from winners, 2 from losers. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, Han Rashid, I think that's who I would give it to. I don't know actually. Han Rashid versus Shark Teeth. I mean, I haven't seen Han Rashid compete as much, but Shark Teeth. Yeah, I have seen VGYs. That's the only one I have seen. That's the pit. That's definitely the pool of death. Han Rashid versus Shark Teeth. I'm gonna give it to Shark Teeth. You know. I'm gonna give it to Shark Teeth. I think it's gonna be combat. Oh, they've got Shark Teeth getting out in losers. I'd swap that. I would have Shark Teeth going out in winners and Rashid going out in losers. I wish there was a way we could do a fantasy bracket. I was looking all this morning to try and find a fantasy bracket that we can fill in as we go along. But unfortunately, I just couldn't find one. I just couldn't find a fantasy bracket. I was trying to make my own one, and they kept trying to make me pay. I was like, you know what? Whatever. But yeah, I think that's more or less accurate. Alright, so that's pool A1. Pool A2. I mean, this is another... Bloody hell. This is another... I'm going to say this every time, so I apologise if I repeat myself, but... So we've got Kevo. He just won something as well, didn't he? Doom. Patient Impulse. Patient Impulse is the only man who's beaten VGY on mashing on hit. Please don't repeat yourself, history. Please. And then I beat him the week later to avenge VGY. But Patient Impulse is an upgraded Jackie player. So, ooh, the homie Pluralmite. Let's go with Raiden. I wonder if he'll be playing Raiden. But this is, I mean, Patient Impulse. That's his claim to fame. Beat VGY. Only person to beat VGY mashing on hit. And then we got Pluralmite, who's, yeah, very, very strong Raiden. Kevo, obviously, the tier enthusiast himself. I don't know who he's playing at the moment. But played a lot of Sonya and Cassie at the start. Forever King, another tier enthusiast. So we've been playing... He was playing Geras until Geras got nerfed recently. Playing Kung Lao now. I mean, these three, Katana Prime as well. He's not had the best tournament results, Katana Prime, but he's always a strong player. So as long as he doesn't get too... He's a very emotional player, so... As long as he doesn't get too flustered or gets completely screwed like he did at... Was it at Frosty Faustings, where he did a shadow kick twice and went through the guy twice? Because that was effed. He got completely screwed there. But yeah, these three long-time NRS players. And then again, like I said, Doom, Patient Impulse is a complete nut job, and Pluralmite is a strong player. I like this projected. It's like, oh, who's they going to put in? I reckon they're going to have Kevo and Forever King going out in winners, and Katana Prime and Pluralmite going out in losers. Let's see. Kevo, Forever King. Oh, Doom over Pluralmite, eh? I got 3 out of the 4. I mean, it's pretty obvious, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think that's fair. Forever King's been playing tons of Kung Lao. Basically, if you guys want to know who's a busted character, or at least the best character in the game, or one of them, watch Forever King. Because Forever King only plays the best characters in the game. He played Batman in Injustice, Geras up until he got nerfed recently, and now he's playing Kung Lao. So, if you guys want to know who a top tier character is, follow my man Forever King. But we've got Kevo. Both of these two are tier enthusiasts. And then Doom. Who does Doom play? I can't even remember. Doom? Question mark? But yeah. I guess maybe Pluralmite. Because they've got Patient Impulse. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because Patient Katana, they're both on the same side of the bracket. So I would put Pluralmite over Patient Impulse though, and then Pluralmite loses to Katana Prime, and then it goes the same way really. But yeah, that's a strong group. Doom's a Sonya. Alright, thanks Destiny. So yeah, very strong pool too. I'm gonna do VGY. Oh, this is I mean, the funniest thing about this, right, is that you've got Perfect Legend not even seeded. That's how you know that this is a tough pool. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I'm going to be fully honest with you. VGY, I've seen VGY beat, or is definitely capable of beating, all 3 of these people. He's been sat next to me when he's beaten him and him. So, you know, and he beats Pulse regularly, I think, if I'm thinking of somebody else. But he's got two super. I mean, obviously Aaron Black is his top matchup, right? Because he plays his brother all the time. But he's got Pulse, who is arguably the best Aaron Black in the world. Mighty Unjust plays a lot of Aaron Black as well. Very strong. I used to fight him all the time when I used to play Combat League a bit more. It's got Pulse, Perfect Legend, obviously one of the dude. This is a super strong pool. I'm saying he's. I've seen him beating them, but look, man, tournament is different to sitting at home playing in your pants on Combat League. You know, that's why last chance qualifiers are always so interesting to watch, because there's always massive upsets. Always. There's always one player who you'll never hear of before. It could even be this guy, Flesky 2. Hey, hello, Molly. How are you, my dear? I hope you had a lovely weekend. Yeah, Flesky 2, we're like, lol, who's this Flesky 2 guy? Hard cut to him winning Final Kombat on Sunday. We're like, what the fuck? So any people can beat anybody at any time, right? That's the beauty of tournaments. And yeah, especially in a first to two. So how these tournaments work is it's first to two up until top 8, and then it's 3 out of 5. Yeah, I did. I had a lovely weekend, thank you. Yeah, and then it's 3 out of 5. So first to two is a dice roll, especially considering there's probably some tech we're not going to have seen. You know, people just playing, who knows what's going to happen. Like, VGY tends, I'm not going to give him juju, but he tends to have quite unfortunate attempts of traveling to places for some reason. He always gets screwed over like that. So, yeah, last chance qualifier. It's going to be a toughie. But so the way I see this going, video games and Toxin, winner's side. Rio as well, a strong upgraded Graki? Upgraded Jackie, he's been grinding it out recently. But I think this is going to be Video Games Yo and Toxin winners, and probably Pulse and Unjust in losers. So let's see how they've projected it. I mean, I've got VGY to win the whole thing. And that's I would say 99% based on how he's been playing recently, and 1% biased because he's my homie. So, let's see. Video Games Yo, Beyond Toxin, Pulse. Yeah, exactly how I called it. Video Games Yo, Beyond Toxin. I mean, Toxin hasn't had a lot of results, but, you know, just a strong legacy player. Yeah, I think that's exactly how I'd have it play out if I was doing a fantasy bracket. Pulse beating Rio. I mean, Rio seems like a cool dude, and he's good. He seems to be good with Jackie, but Pulse is really good. So yeah, I got Video Games Yo and Beyond Toxin. Yeah, that's how I see it play out. But Jordan has definitely got his work cut out for him. Definitely got his work cut out for him. That is a very tough bracket. Alright, pool 4. Let's see. Gur, who's been grinding it out with Eternal Garrus recently. But he's going to have some crazy shit that we're never going to see before, trust me. He's going to have so... I'm calling it right now. Gur is going to do some shit that is going to make us go... Burp. So... Yeah, Gur's super strong Garrus. Been playing Garrus, I think, more or less since the beginning. But he's just switched to Eternal since the Infinite Warden nerfs. I don't know who these two are. Wolverine, that's a good name. Ambu, Get Wrecked, that rings a bell. But I can't remember who he plays. Newbie rings a bell. Uncut Robin and Full Auto versus... Oh, bloody hell, actually, this is a strong... Look at this! This little bit here, this is like the little like mini, pool within a pool of death. Full Auto versus Uncut Robin. And the winner gets to play Waz. Wow, this is a tough... Every single pool... Hey, there he is. Plural, mate. We were just talking about you. I've got you going out your pool, I think, loser's side. Not to put you on blast or anything, but we'll talk about your pool in a second. How do you feel? How do you feel about your pool, bro? You got some tough people. And are you going to stick with the boy, Raiden, God of Thunder? Or have you got a pocket that you don't want to tell us about? we got a Sodium Gym exclusive here, ladies and gentlemen. One of the people we were just talking about. Are you ready, sir? Talk to me. But yeah, Silver Eye, obviously another really strong player. Liu Kang main from the beginning. And Waz had a bit of character crisis, but I think he's playing Frost at the moment. I mean, he beat VGY in the first round of Intercontinental Cup. V2 Baraka and Raiden. Nice! V2 Baraka, good choice. Against the Jackie Army. One of the best NTS in the game. Give her the porcupine spikes in the ass. Waz has a character crisis. I think he's been a bit character crisis-y. But loses. Let's go through it. Let's have a look. I think this is your pool, right? Yeah, no, you beat Patient Impulse. Katana Prime. I thought you were going to lose to Katana Prime. So you beat Patient Impulse, lose to Katana Prime, and then make it out of losers like that. Waz is on Frost, yeah. So he played Frost, but he's played Cetron and Jade, so he's got those ability to. But I don't know how often you play Katana Prime. Do you beat him? I'll take that big Lamau as you think that I'm capping. So, look, they agree with me. In fact, no, this projected thing has you losing to Patient Impulse. Come on, bro, you know I wouldn't do you like that. Dude, I beat Patient Impulse, so you can definitely beat Patient Impulse. Jaden can well, who, Raiden or Baraka or both? Bro, I'll be cheering you. Don't be silly. I mean, just to let everyone here know as well, I will be restreaming both the LCQ and the finals. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay up for, because I'm old. But I'm going to do my absolute best. I'm going to start the LCQ, and then... Raiden. Really? I will take your word for that, sir. I don't think I've ever seen Raiden versus Jade or Katana. Unless I'm playing Raiden and I'm trash, so... Oh yeah, Born Again Cetron. Yeah, Sonic. I don't know if Sonic... See, I think Sonic is a very, 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 very smart person. And I'll tell you why, right? Sonic is smart because what they do is they come out with this like random shit just before a major tournament, like Collector is S tier, or Raiden is S tier, or random whoever is S tier, and then the whole world starts scrambling like, oh shit, what have we learned? And it's like, have you seen what's that, Spider-Verse, where old Peter Parker's talking to Miles Morales, and he's like, don't watch the mouth, watch the hands. Because he's talking to him, and while he's talking to him, he's freed himself, right? That's what Sonic Fox does. Don't watch the mouth, watch the hands. They're telling you Born Again Cetron's top tier, and they're releasing this video of like random, like a 20-second video of him beating Splash's Kung Lao. It's nonsense. Don't watch the mouth, watch the hands. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be surprised. I'm sure that they're going to have some sort of shenanigans for the tournament, but let's be real. They're not winning it with Raiden or bloody Collector. I'm telling you that right now. But I've got a funny feeling... Who was it that said Terminator? Buana. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling Sonic Fox is going to be playing a lot of Terminator. But yeah, that's my rant for the minute over. Let's see. I think it's going to be Gur and Silver Eye in winners, and Waz and probably Robin in losers. Let's see what it projects. Get wrecked, really? Okay. But yeah, I think Waz is. I think Waz is gonna lose to Silver Eye. But I don't know. We'll see how familiar. I mean, Frost is still a weird pick. There's not many top level Frost outside of Hey George. There's not tons of top level Frost, so I don't know how much experience everybody has. Joker. I think Joker, the more I play Joker, the more I think that he is a lower tier character. He does insane damage in his third variation. His first variation is trash. And his second variation, I just don't see the strength of it. In a game where you've got 53 wake-ups. Sonic's V3 Cetron. I don't know, man. I'll put it this way. I'll be very surprised if Variation 3 Cetron wins Final Kombat. But that's what I mean about watch the mouth. It's like, sorry, don't watch the mouth, watch the hands. It's not, there's nothing, it's only unfamiliarity that makes it seem like a strong variation, right? It's not the fact that it is a strong variation. It's the fact that nobody has ever played it before. So people are going to be, shut up, JD. So people aren't going to be. Are we still down tomorrow? By the way, for PC making. Yeah, I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but you came with that hard disagree though. Oh, we're not down. Oh, we are down. All right, so I'm not streaming tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm putting together a supercomputer. Shall I come to you and pick you up and with all the stuff? Is that easier rather than you carrying all the shit to my house? All right, cool. All right, well, we can. I'll text you later, and we can sort that out. But unfamiliarity is king. Yeah, unfamiliarity is just. That's why Sonic is so good. Throw my bits. All right, sweet. Well, worst comes to worst, if we forget something, you're only 20 minutes down the road, so we can always just go back and grab it and come back. So, but yeah, unfamiliarity is definitely king because. Oh, so we can. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Touch wood, it doesn't though. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, in this group, Gur, Silvereye, Waz, definitely. I think it's a coin toss basically between Auto, Robin, and Get Wrecked. I cannot remember who Get Wrecked plays, but Stream the Computer Building. Yeah, I could do, I guess. I could do. Can have JD talk about it because I don't know fuck all. For all I know, he's putting in like Lego bits. Projected for this tournament. Yeah, I think so. It's based off points and it's based off, I guess, previous tournament results. When is it? Hey, stop hating. It's Saturday. 16k view. Yeah, you've been traumatized by that, haven't you? Get Wrecked plays Scorpion. Ah, okay. Thank you, Bwana. So yeah, another strong group. I mean, they're all strong groups, let's be real. And then we've got this one, pool B1. So this will be the second stage of pools. Splash, Coach Steve. Yeah, so that was Shauna, because Wise Gemini was playing Shauna round 1, and then they swapped. But this is a super strong group. Bloody hell. So you got Splash, Deadly Rebel, Strong Collector, Belina, Strong Sonya, Coach Steve, been grinding it out since with first round KO Jackie since day 1. Wise Gemini, super strong Lou. T-Bone 93 sounds like pause. I mean, Splash has been getting top 4s pretty consistently since top 8s. Since what, ECT? He got top 8. And he's been top 8 every tournament I've seen him in since. Frenzy strong Lou. Okay. Okay. So maybe it must be points then, because they've got the top 4. They've got the top 4 seeds of this being the bottom 4 point getters in Final Kombat. So. Oh really? If a Mortal Kombat 2 Scorpion. Oh, it is points. Alright, that makes sense. Need some Sindel tips. Go on. I mean, I thought we could at least stretch it to 8 hours, JD, if I'm going to be honest with you. I've got the oils. What do you need? What Sindel tips do you need? But yeah, I reckon this is going to be Splash. This is quite a tough pull to call, to be honest with you. I reckon it'll be Splash, Coach Steve, and winners. But it could be Wise Gemini. If Gemini plays as well as I think he can. I reckon it'll be Splash, Coach Steve, winners. Deadly Rebel, Gemini, losers. Let's have a look. Yeah. I mean, Bellina's good. Bellina's good. I don't know how much offline tournament experience she has, though. Fenzi. I think I've beaten Fenzi before, so... Not that that makes them bad, obviously, but... Any tips? Which variation do you play? Or tips against? I'm looking forward to getting to your pool. Beep. Okay. B2. On Kratos, Infinity, Shady, Scare Tactiques, the man himself in my chat. Splitting hair. Which one's splitting hair? The first variation. Trying to think. Good tips. Standing 4 is a really good anti-air. Definitely never go for overhead on meaty because... Or never go for overhead if you're plus range because people will just down 2 you out of it every single time. It's better to go for it either as a punish or from about a quarter screen distance. Back 2 is very spammable. So nobody will ever punish your back 2. So you can do it twice in a row and it works more often than not. What else? Forward 4 is your best button. People just freeze when you hit them with forward 4. So you can probably do 2 or 3 forward 4s in a row before you go for the up 3. But forward 4 is definitely her strongest button. Back forward 2 crushing blow. It works as a really strong anti-air because the hitbox is massive and grounds them. So if you read the jump in, you can use that as long as they're not too close to you when they jump. Like if they're right next to you, I wouldn't use it as an anti-air, but if they're like any distance other than that, really strong anti-air and as I said, restands them. What else? I mean, that's one of the best crushing blows in the game. Her other ones are okay. Down 4 into or down 3 into whip and flip is really good as well because it gives you a crushing blow if it punishes a counter attack. So if you know they're going to counter poke you, then do down 3 or down 4 into the whip and flip. They're going to stick out a poke, boom, and then they're going to get smoked. So that's about it, really. Really good damage. But she struggles against zoners, like a lot of the characters I pick tend to. So I was just getting counter picked by Shang Tsung's, and I just like every fucking character I play, people pick Shang Tsung against it. The only character I think beats it is Geras. But yeah, hopefully that helps you. But yeah, on Kratos, Infinity, Scare Tactiques, Boki, Too Easy, and Cyclone. Man, this is a fucking demon pool as well. Infinity was playing Sindel when I played her in Combat League, the girlfriend of Forever King, so you know that she plays a strong player on a regular basis. On Kratos, the best Shang Tsung in the world. Boki, very strong Kung Lao. The homie, Scare Tactiques. Who did you say you were playing? Eren. Another strong player. Are you playing today? Yeah, briefly. I think I'll play after I do this. I'm not going to do a long stream today because I've got a bit of stuff to do, but I'll go online so you guys can laugh at my salt in about 20 minutes or so. Cassie or Eren? Okay, Too Easy and Cyclone. Okay, so I'm going to go on Kratos. I'm gonna go with my boy, especially because I can't bet against my boy. On Kratos, Scare Tactics winners. Oh no, that can't work, can it? because you're on the same side as him. Okay, Arm Kratos, Boki winners, Scare Tactics, Infinity losers, I'd say. I mean, you could beat Arm Kratos. Have you played Arm Kratos in Combat League? Do you play much Combat League? I mean, Cassie Shang is a tough matchup for Cassie. I don't know what Aaron is. I think Shang Tsung is top 5. I was thinking about it this morning. I think Shang Tsung is ridiculously slept on. You do not need a brain to play Shang Tsung, and Arm Kratos has a massive brain. So, big brain plus a character that carries equals a strong player. Not for the last few seasons. Yeah, I think people sleep on Shang too much, man. You literally don't have to do anything. Let's see what they've projected. Infinity. I mean, yeah, look, they've just got Scare Tactics losing to Too Easy. I disagree. I think Scare Tactics is going through. I think my boy's going to make top 32. Dan the Man, repping the HCL tag. He is sick. Hey, Hulk, my brother, how are you? Zaddy, how are you? Drip Hamilton, how are you? Shang carries. I think they do. Bro, I've fought so many crap Shangs that they just literally just do Hell Sparks. They do Hell Sparks, and then, or Ground Eruption, sorry, and then when they get full screen, they just do Corpse Drop. And if you don't have a teleport, or you can't counter zone, you just have to hold that shit. He gets destroyed by Shaman Nightwolf. Warlock Shang Tsung gets destroyed by Shaman Nightwolf, but if you're not Jade, in fact, I think Jade probably loses as well, because Glow doesn't beat Corpse Drop. So you just need a teleport. It's got really good buttons, plus frames, or counter hit crushing blows in button mix-ups. The only thing that I think he's weak in is his crushing blows sort of suck. But other than that, I think he's super strong. It's just, and his damage isn't massive, but yeah, that's my 4 going out. I think he's such a strong character, man. Ooh, yeah, everybody's hype about it. I think I'm the only person in the world that doesn't care about the Final Fantasy VII remake. But I'm glad that everybody's happy. That's the important thing. So yeah, second to last group, Killer Zinok, super strong Baraka, K7 Show Off, recently just won Frosty Faustings with Sub-Zero, Vendetta, Johnny Kage, been playing Johnny Kage from the beginning, very strong player. Cosmic, very strong. Derpy, been playing Kung Lao for a while now, strong. Jackal, was playing Shao Kahn at the start, but I think when I beat him, humble brag, in Combat League. Hey, Junk Box! I don't think he has too many bad matchups. I think he only loses to people that, like, the only reason I think he loses to Shaman Nightwolf is because Shaman Nightwolf wins the ground war trade and can spirit tracks on reaction. Yeah, that is Vendetta Johnny, yeah. Yeah, and Bio, I didn't even look at Bio. Bio's been playing out in mind, man. His Kano is devastating. Yeah, that is Johnny, yeah. Vendetta. Unless there's another Vendetta I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure that's the Vendetta. I'm doing alright, thank you, brother Junkbox. How are you? No, I don't think Warlock Shang has many bad matchups at all. Vendetta loses. Yeah, I think you're right. I think, yeah, Zinok and Bio winners. Vendetta Show Off losers. Though, oh no, you said K7 winners. I don't know, man. Killer Shinnok's Baraka is super strong. And K7 really isn't a mix man, you know, Sub-Zero. Maybe he will do, but I don't know, dude. I think it's gonna be Killer and Bio winners. K7. This is why I want fantasy brackets. This is why it'd be cool if I could find fantasy brackets and then we could all do them and compare them afterwards to see who was right. I mean, not that it makes a difference, but you know. I didn't say just people with anti-zoning or teleports, because he definitely doesn't lose to Scorpion or Scarlet. Cetrion, maybe. But then again, not really, because Barrier doesn't beat Ground Eruption or Corpse Drop. So I think if you have a specific, like a really strong specific tool like Shaman, he loses. But I don't think he has a lot of bad matchups. I think Garrus potentially is a bad matchup, because Garrus is a bad matchup for a lot of people. But I definitely don't think he's average. It's really strong anti-airs, really strong zoning. Hey, Jobin, how's it going, my man? Yeah, that's what I mean. He definitely doesn't lose to Scorpion. He definitely doesn't lose to Jade. Play K7, play 7 way, Sonic Ninja plays Cabal. Yeah, I guess that's a fair comparison. Sonic Ninja jumps a lot more than K7 does. But I guess Cabal's arsenal is that he tends to jump more because his jump buttons are better, I guess, than Sub-Zero's. But yeah, I think that they're both very methodical. They both look for the hit confirm rather than trying any sort of shenanigans. Warlock gets clipped by Thunderwave. Maybe if you get the read, because he's got the fastest teleport in the game, doesn't he? So potentially he does. But yeah, I think Shang is super slept on, man. I've been thinking a lot about it recently. I definitely think he's top 5. I think he's probably better than Liu Kang. I think my top 5 would be Johnny, Jackie, Cetrion, Garrus, no, Johnny, Jackie, Cetrion. Not in order, by the way. I'm just saying this is my top 5. Johnny, Jackie, Cetrion, Kung Lao, Shang Tsung, and then Liu Kang is 6th. That's my top 5. So in order would probably be Jackie, Johnny, Cetrion, Kung Lao, Shang Tsung. But we'll see. I'm gonna do a tier list after Final Kombat. Maybe I'll do one this week. Because after Final Kombat, I'm hoping there's a big patch. Yeah, Garrus bottom 5, definitely. Bottom 2, bro. Yeah, Hell Sparks is fast. Corpse Drop, Smoke. Yeah, LCQ is Saturday, my man. That's why we're going through this now. Saturday afternoon, midday CST. Spawn reveal on Sunday, yep. And Spawn comes out on the 17th, so that's 2 weeks. That'll be interesting. But yeah, let's do this group. I think Killer Shinnok, Biohazard. It's definitely a coin toss between these two, though. But K7 has been playing really sick recently. I'm going to stick to my guns. I think Killer Shinnok, Show Off, Biohazard, and... Sorry, Killer Shinnok, Biohazard, and then K7 and Vendetta probably going out. Really, Derpy over Ven. I mean, Derpy is really sick. I almost beat him in tournament. Yes, Arn Kratos. You can have whatever you want, bro. I'm not trying to have a go at you. That's the beautiful thing. Arn Kratos and Foxy are probably the two. Foxy Grandpa are probably the two best Shang Tsungs I'd look at. But Arn Kratos hands down. If you want to see a good Shang Tsung performance. I don't like this spun guy. Why don't they just have the fucking... It's so annoying that they don't just put it on the Mortal Kombat website, right? And I've got to trawl through. I don't want to give this, but I don't like. But yeah, this match. If you can find the official viewing of this match. I would watch that as a specific example, but Drillbit play V3 when out of the way he plays Garrus. I don't even know what V3 Loud does, bro. I've tried it a little bit. You reckon Derpy will make it out? Yeah, I reckon Derpy. I reckon it's a toss up between these two because Ven's really good. I don't know how much Derpy plays anymore, but Ven has been grinding a lot recently. That's why I'm a bit hesitant to do a tier list now because I'll do a tier list on Monday and then the patch comes out on Tuesday and makes it completely obsolete. That's what happened last time. I was doing a patch, like I started doing a patch and on the day I did the patch, they released the patch. On the day I did a tier list, that night they released the patch. So halfway through me doing the tier list, my tier list became obsolete. So I was like, oh fuck, alright. No worries, man. Look, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to help. But Arn Kratos is definitely... and if you want to see some good... you reckon there is? I mean, they haven't said anything. I know usually people tend to do patches shortly after massive events, but... Yeah, I know, but... Patch the game a week before a character release, and this is after the biggest finals of the tournament's life cycle, so of the game's life cycle. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not gonna count my chickens, if that's the phrase, the relevant phrase to use here. And then lastly, but no, by no means leastly, Pool B4. DJT. MK Azerbaijan is not going, unfortunately, I've heard, because his sponsor got removed. So it'd be a real shame if he doesn't make it. Super strong Sonya player. Oh, he's still grinding. Oh, sweet. Okay. Well, then that's going to be a sick match then. April. Yeah, maybe. Or I reckon it will be with Spawn. I don't reckon it will be before Spawn. I reckon Spawn coming out will be the day that we get will be, if we get the patch, it will be that day. But yeah, I don't know if MK Azerbaijan is going anymore because he's having a bit of sponsorship issues, but very strong Sonya player. DJT was obviously a very strong Baraka player at the start of the game. I don't know how much he's been playing. I think I've been reading that he's been grinding, but MF Slayer, very good Geras. Not really had the same results in this game. I don't know if he's been really competing as much, but always a threat. Honeybee, brother of Bio, always a threat. Devora, I think he just won something as well recently. King Gambler, strong player, was originally a Scarlet main, now a Nightwolf main. He's been playing quite well recently. But I think in this group, it will be DJT and Honeybee winners. Azerbaijan, if he goes, and King Gambler in losers. But if not, it'll probably be Slayer and Gambler. Let's see what it says. Yeah, look, that's what I said. But I mean, if he goes, if he doesn't go, I think it'll probably be Slayer. But yeah, MK Azerbaijan is sick. So that's it. That's all the pools, and then so the top two in winners and the top two in losers qualify, and that'll be top 32, and then the top 32 will be whittled down to top 8, and then the last, the winner of all of that will be the final combatant for Final Kombat. I mean, I don't think they've got the pools for Final Kombat, have they? No. I mean, well, it's not going to be a pool, is it? It's going to be just a double elim tournament.